Rulio, well done on that win. Let's talk about that set-piece goal. Has that been worked on at training for a while?
A long time. Yeah. Sander, goalkeeper coach, and our other assistant coach, Paul Pezos, part of their job, we haven't really been creative last year or the first parts of this season, but we needed to start changing a few things up with some creativity in the set pieces, and we've been working on a few things over the last 5-6 weeks, probably a little bit longer, and tonight one came off, so that was nice.
We know how important top two is. You must be pleased to get the 3 points after tonight.
Yeah, this was always going to be a tough game, always tricky. I mentioned with the boys that we haven't beaten Central Coast since December 2022, so it's a hell of a long time, 6 or 7 games. And most times we played them, we control a fair bit of the game, and most times we find ourselves in good positions, and then we concede late, we concede silly goal, and that was always a potential to happen as well tonight with a couple of set pieces towards the end. But we fought really hard. Whatever they gave, we gave back, and it's always a physical game against them. A lot more balls that are direct, trying to fight for second balls. So it was good to be able to win in that way.
Samuel, you went down with that left calf.
Yep.
Is he okay?
Yeah, don't know. He was hobbling around a couple of minutes ago. So again, we'll just assess with the medical team tomorrow, and we'll see. It's a short turnaround game against Brisbane on Friday. So wait and see.
And just the work up forward, you speak about wanting to score a bit more goals and lift that department. How did you see that tonight? They obviously play deep, so
yeah.
Do you see it as a bit of a different game?
Yeah, it was. If we didn't break lines really quickly and attack the space, we gave them, especially in the first half, a bit of time to get themselves set up in their formation. They're 5 across the back, 4 in the midfield. And when they're so low, it's not so easy to penetrate in there. And I thought we had really some good moments, especially in the second half. We started off the second half a lot better than we did the first half. But they're a decent team. They're physical. They play to their strengths, and I was really pleased that we matched it. I think probably in the past we could have lost a game like that or drawn a game like that. So really important for us to show that character and to get away with the win. I don't even think they had a shot on goal, to be honest. No, they didn't have a shot on goal, so we defended well. There was a few hairy moments at the end, as I said, with free kicks on the edge of the box. And when you've got guys like Docker around the ball, it's always dangerous.
Seemed like the game out there had a bit of edge to it tonight. Was that something you kind of were looking for before the game, play with a bit more aggression tonight? Or?
No, we always try to play with the aggression, and we want to be the team that is aggressive. But when you're matching up against a much taller team as well, and a real physical team, it really made us have to stand up to those moments. And I think we did, even when the boys came off the bench. Guys like Wongi and Kavian who, just experiencing really first team football, they put themselves about, and they have to, because the game is like that sometimes, and sometimes it's not on your own terms. And when it's not on your own terms, you have to roll the sleeves up and do the work, and we did. So I thought the 3 points were well deserved tonight.
And just with Auckland, they've been kind of in front all season, and it's looking like it's kind of theirs to lose at the moment. But with that being said, it kind of means that the Champions League spot will fall to the second place team. Is that something you and the boys have kind of discussed, and have been a big target for this season.
Yeah, we have to. Well, I think we've put ourselves in a pretty strong position. I'm not sure what the score with Western United at the moment. I think it was 1-1 against Perth. So, I think there's certainly us, Western United, certainly Victory. Don't know who's just below. Probably West Sydney. We're all probably going to be fighting for that second spot. And, we face Western Sydney in a couple of weeks, Adelaide again, and then Sydney. So, there's a lot of tough games to go. And but in saying that, we've put ourselves in the best possible position, and it's entirely up to us.
Marco Tilio, another pretty good performance from him. Do you think you're ready to maybe give Popper a call or maybe receive one from him?
Well, he went away. And has spent a bit of time on the grandstand. But look, if I said, I think last week as well, if when he's on song on his day, he's the best winger in the competition, and he makes things happen. He's able to dribble quickly. He's got a good shot on him. He gets himself into good position. So it'd be nice for him to get on the end of a pass to score a goal. But I thought he was pretty dangerous, especially in that second half.
And it's 4 wins now from the last 5 games. What do you think has turned this form around and sparked to that?
Well, I think the form's always been there from the beginning of the season. You have some ebbs and flows through the course of the season. I think we went a period where we lost 3 in a row and then sort of got back on track again. And we're in a decent moment. So I think we've been, if you look at the home record and the away record, it's pretty even. So, doesn't matter if we're playing home or away, we go to play the same way, try to be aggressive, try to be the team that's on the front foot, be the aggressor, and I think that's been pretty consistent throughout the whole season.
It looked like there were a few fans on the north side today.
Yeah.
What do you make of the crowd? And
very good.
What are you hoping for as well, to see a bit more of a turnout as the season progresses?
We're in a good position. We've been playing pretty good football throughout the course of the year. I'm not exactly sure why the numbers have dwindled this season, but tonight was really nice, and for the players especially. We want the fans to come and support the team. They're very, very important to us. The players know that they're very important to us. We want to try to reward them with a good brand of football and also winning. Winning always helps. So, it was nice that we had a lot of numbers there tonight, and hopefully Friday night. I don't think there's any AFL football around the corner. So it's a good time for, to get another few thousand here would be great.
And any injury concerns? And just as I ask you that, I'll update you on the score. Western United have scored. Does that mean much to you as well?
No. I'm more concerned about our guys and making sure that they're fit and healthy and ready for Friday night.
Just to finish up, Aurelio, that's all 13 of your last 13 goals scored by players 23 or under. Just what does that say about the club's youth pipeline?
Sorry, what was that?
13 of your last 13 goals scored by players 23 or under. A lot of those players also
Great.
academy graduates too. Just what does that say about the youth pipeline and the
brilliant.
talent coming through?
It's fantastic. I didn't realise that. It's not a stat that I'm looking at, but that's nice. It shows you that every single player under the age of 23 that has performed or participated in the season this year and played has scored some important goals for us. I think now if I look back at it, we beat Brisbane here 1-0. Benny Mazzeo scored a header last week. Mamedi, Maxi and Ale. Mamedi got the winner again tonight. So it's really nice. Gives them a lot of confidence and gives them belief that they actually can play at this level. And it gives hope for all the other kids that are underneath, looking at these guys thinking, they're making their appearances at 17, 18 and 19, and so it gives them a lot of hope. So I think it's fantastic for the young kids and for the future of our club. Excellent.
Mamedi's the youngest out of all of them. He doesn't look like a 17-year-old when he's out there playing. Like, you must be super impressed with him and on the score sheet again tonight.
Yeah, look, he has a hell of a lot to learn, and it's quite normal. He's still 17. He was playing under 21s not long ago. So for him to come in and score a couple of important goals for us, he's a guy that is strong, he's powerful. He's only going to get better physically because he's still a baby really at 17. Although he looks like a presence, he's still got to get stronger. He's still got to get a little bit more muscle mass on him. And he's still got to get a better understanding of what we're trying to do. You know, he has really good moments, and then he has moments where he switches off. But that's quite normal for a young player. The key for him is to get consistency. And the more games he plays, the more he performs like he did tonight and last week, then the more he plays. But it's a long journey. It's a long journey for everyone. You know, you play 2-3 games, you haven't made it. You have to continue to work. You have to be consistent. You have to have a temperament to play senior football. It doesn't matter where it is, whether it's here or anywhere else in the world. If you're flickering from highs and lows all the time, then you're still not mature, and it's always going to take a little bit of time. He's 17, so he can have those moments, like most of our young kids have had those moments, but the more they gain those experiences, the more they're able to be level in terms of their temperament, especially, because that's really, really important. If you can control your emotions, then you're well on the way to having a decent career.